And we are back. Thank you so very much for staying with us. And in case you're just joining us, welcome to Kenya's Gold, where the focus on the show today is on pig farming in Kenya, which has become a very lucrative business. Now, we do want to look at what are some of the factors that is making pig farming a lucrative venture for young farmers to get into. Number one, which tops the list, is the high demand and market potential. Where we are currently, a lot of people are consuming pig meat, and this has been contributed to a growing population and also change in people's dietary needs. Unapata, what people used to eat back in the day is changing with time, and that is making pig one of the most consumed meat in this day and age. Now, also another factor that is contributing to pig farming being very lucrative is the efficient feed conversion in pigs. Now, here what we're talking about is, compared to other livestock, pig is able to convert feeds into meat very fast, and that's why you see pigs gaining a lot of weight, and that of course is because they do have the capability of converting feed into a lot of meat. That is also another advantage that comes with the pig. Also, there are multiple revenue streams. Remember, si lazima uuze nguruwe tu. You can get into value addition. Here you're selling sausages, you can sell ham, you can sell pork chops, you can sell pork ribs, and also at the end of the day, we have manure, organic manure, which can be sold in the market. And finally, they do have a shorter production cycle. Now, from the time a pig is born to the time it reaches the market weight, which is about 90 to 110 kg, it takes a shorter period of time, around 5 to 6 months, which is a short period, and therefore it increases your chances of enjoying profitability in the pig farming sector. And finally, when we are looking at the production of pig meat here in Kenya, currently we are producing about 16,000 metric tons annually, but the projection in the year 2026, it's expected to go as high as 17,100, meaning the demand is growing, and there's definitely an opportunity for more young people to get into this space to satisfy the growing demand of pork. And this data has been verified by the KNBS and the World Organization for Animal Health. And with that, we're going to go back to Kirinyaga County and continue learning so much from our farmer of the day, who is introducing pig farming to us here on the program.
Shamba lako, je, umetenga sehemu ambapo tunaita maternity?
We make sure that the maternity is very clean. And I would like to put some emphasis on that just like we do have in maternity wing for our mothers, we make sure that that particular unit is very, very thoroughly cleaned and disinfected before the mother comes to give birth. We also give the mother a shower. We make sure that she's cleaned all over before she comes there, probably about 3 to 4 days before her due date. There are certain things that we do use. You hear me talking about this organically, just like you hear me talking about the pork that we do produce, organic bacon and all that. We get ashes and some charcoal, the ones that are already used, and we sprinkle all over. And then at the corners, we make sure that we get soda. We call it soda ash or salt. We sprinkle it all over, especially at the corners whereby the germs tend to hide. This is before we bring the mother. And once we are satisfied with that, we make sure that the unit now is good for habitation, and also we make sure that we have another corner, or it's a unit that is well lit and has got warmth. I'm sure it's not lost that just last month it was very cold, and the piglet is supposed to be enjoying temperatures of between 30 and 32 degrees Celsius. So in order to attain that, you'll also have to provide some artificial heating.
Tayari wamezaliwa na umetayarisha sehemu iliyo nzuri kabisa.
Yes.
Wakati wao wananyonya, huwa wananyonya mara ngapi? Na unieleze vile vile kuhusiana na uzito wa yale maziwa.
The pig's milk has got a lot of fat content, more than the cow, more than the sheep, and it is designed that way. And remember, it's supposed to be feeding like, say, 14, 15, 16, sometimes more piglets. So it got to be this super milk that has got a lot of nutrients packed in there to help this piglet, because it's not taking anything else. First of all, the piglet is relying on this milk and this milk alone, nothing else. So the mother has to be fed very well, very nutritious things. The other thing, just like our own mothers, you don't say, oh, you'll only take a cup of uji, or you're only going to take this cup of soup. We give the mother according to the need. Anytime the mother wants to eat something, to drink something, it is available. So we do it by availing this feed as often as possible, because it suckles the young ones between 10 and 12 times in a 24-hour period. So you can imagine that the needs, and it's feeding these anywhere from 14 and above piglets. It's a lot.
Katika shamba lako pia una ndume wangapi, na ile serving wakati inafika sasa huwa una control namna gani?
I do have 2 boas. They are F1s. That means that they are the pedigree. By saying F1, it means that at F1 or first period, that is, you cannot improve genetically that boa any more than that. That is the highest that you get. So anything coming after that, you'd call it maybe like an F2 if you're going to breed, but we don't do that. We want, when the herd is old, say like over 3 years or 4 years, then we will have gotten some others still which are F1s.
Okay.
Yeah.
Iyo serving
There are 2 things that we look at in the female before we serve. We want to look at the age, and the age we look at is not just the biological age that it has come on heat. We also look at what we call the chronological age. That is, has it reached about 135 to 140 kg, and that is in about 240 days. If it has, then you can serve it.
Okay.
And many people ask, what is the gestation period of pigs? It is simply 3 months, 3 weeks, 3 days, and somebody added that if you check closely, 3 hours.
Kupima ile weight, wewe unatumia mashine gani?
I do use a digital scale so that whoever will be buying, or even like when we are breeding them, we are sure we are not making any guesswork.
Zungumza na yule kijana ambaye angependa pia kuingia katika sekta hii, utamwambia nini?
Like any other business, cash flow is very important. There are some businesses whereby it's a one-off, like somebody selling a shamba and then trying to live off on that money. But in pig business, you want some cash flow to be able to be buying, replenishing stock, to be buying feeds, and to do the other things that you need to do, including expansion, like now whatever I am constructing here. Now, in order to do that, you try to organize your farm in such a way that there are certain pigs that you are finishing every month, and you set yourself a target. It can be every 2 weeks, it can be every month. For me now, my target is not very ambitious. I'm trying to do just 25 per month, with the hope of by say June next year, I want to be doing 50 a month. That way, it ensures that you do have cash flow to do what you need to do. Yes.
Wakati unasema unafanya 25 a month, unamaanisha nini na unauza shilingi ngapi?
We usually go with the current prices. Whatever the prices are in the country, I've tried to sample the different prices there are in the market. But one thing is for sure, and I hope that the younger generation, the Gen Zs, are listening to this. There is some money to be made in this industry if you follow the rules. There is no industry that has got no rules. So I am going to use what I call a conservative figure in terms of the profitability of the pig. If you raise a pig up to about 100 kg, you can conservatively be making about 6,000 shillings per pig. That is the profit. It could be higher, but I would rather just settle on that conservative figure. So numbers are really important. So when we talk about, say, 25 pigs at 6,000, that's about 150,000. If you increase that, then your profits are going to be more. And you got to check, because there is what we call economies of scale. If you had, say, 5 pigs, you still employ somebody. If you have 10 pigs, if you have 20, so you got to check optimally how many pigs can be looked after by one person, and you still be able to pay that person and doing whatever needs to be done.
Cost of production, tofauti kwa wapi kwa pedigree na yule nguruwe wa kawaida?
It is mainly in 2 areas. It is in the feed that is going to be used, and it is in the number of piglets that are going to be born. You check in the F1, rarely do you get less than 14 piglets. You get 14 and above. And in the other one, whereby our kienyeji pigs, there are times you get 6, 5, 10. Well, you can still get many, but the problem is that they might not be growing at the same rate. And when it comes to the feed conversion ratio, you spend a lot of feed on the kienyeji ones. For example, you may end up spending about 300 kgs to attain 100 kg of meat or of pork. Now, with the pedigree, you might go as low as 220. Now, that difference of the 80 kg or so, that comes from your pocket. And at a cost of 55 shillings per kg, multiplied by 80, you can now see why in this industry there are some people who are getting in and there are others who are exiting and saying, we are not going to come back, there is no money to be made. There is discipline involved in this.
Okay. Tukikamilisha, kuna swala ambalo najua watazamaji wataniuliza. Nikitaka kununua, je, kuna place ambayo iko certified kabisa ambapo unaendea hiyo breed?
Yes, there are those certified farms and very reputable. They have got excellent breeds. And these are, they are certified, and you can check the records. They also give you the records, and they are quite good even in the follow-up of the vaccinations that are supposed to be done. They also help you in feeds. If you are looking for some quality feeds, they also have them. And they sell to you at a subsidized rate if you sell your pigs to them.
Wow! Ni makala yenye maarifa mno. tunavyokuahidi kila siku, hapa ni darasani. Kalamu, karatasi, andika, tekeleza baadaye. Naamini utaenda sasa kuyatekeleza yale yote tumeelezewa na huyu mkulima anayekuza nguruwe. Asante sana mtazamaji kwa kutufuatilia, na mimi nimepata nafasi ya kusoma mengi kutokana na huyo mkulima ambaye ni tajika. Baadaye kusafiri sana, alikutana na maarifa mengi na baadaye akaamua kumiminika maarifa. Kile ambacho akikuwepo kwenye kamera ni wakati nazungumza naye nikamuuliza iwapo yupo tayari kufunza mtu, akasema yote yule ambaye atajitokeza basi yupo radhi kwenda naye sako kwa bako, miguu bakibandika, kadi tama ufike tamati, ufaulu kwa njia ambayo unahitaji. Atakufunza kabisa bila wasiwasi.
Kwa yule anataka kufunza aende huko ashike karatasi.
Kalamu, karatasi.
Very nice. All right, there you go. A very interesting feature from a farmer in Kirinyaga County who has introduced pig farming to us. And for the next few Wednesdays, best believe you're going to have different farmers and experts who will be guiding us in this journey. Just to read 2 questions that we have here, and we promise to further this with our experts who will be joining us in studio very soon. As I switch this on, it has decided to go off again. All right, so kuna mtu hapa anauliza, how much capital do you need to start a simple farming business? That's a very good question.
Lakini pia kuna wakati alijibu swali lenyewe, kwa sababu nimemuuliza akasema yeye alianza na vivinimbi wawili.
Yeah, 2 piglets. Right.
Ni sasa inamaanisha kwamba unaweza anza hivyo, simba bora tu upate mtu ambaye anaelewa mbinu ambayo utafuata na yuko tayari kufunza.
Good. And also in the coming episodes we'll have experts to answer that even more broadly. Another one is asking if he cleans the pig shed twice a year, how does he deal with the daily waste from the pigs?
Kulingana naye pia alisema kwamba anachukua ile mbolea mboji katika shamba na kutumia vile vile kule shambani kwa sababu ya kile tunaita organic farming.
Right. Right, so every day he cleans the
anaosha mara mbili.
Yeah, but now this viewer is wondering kama ana clean mara mbili kwa mwaka, the daily droppings.
Umeona makapi ya mchele.
Yes.
So anachanganya, anaongeza kila baada ya wiki 2.
Right, so inachanganyishwa tu na hiyo?
Pekee.
Okay.
Alafu pia nyumba yake amejenga kwa muinuko fulani ambapo kuna hewa safi
inaingia hapo. All right, so yeah, those are very good questions, and we promise moving forward we will have an expert who will be shedding more light on anything you want to know when it comes to matters pig farming. So keep sending through your questions. We will address them one episode at a time. We're taking our second break right now. When we come back, we have more, including sampling your answers to our Found Your Question of the Day.
Dakika 41 baada ya saa 12 Afrika Mashariki, unaendelea kutazama kipindi Ashirafu, kipindi kidedea, kipindi cha Kenya's Gold, kipindi ambacho kwa wakulima wengi ni darasa bila shaka, na nikufahamisha kwamba kipindi hiki kinapewa udhamini mkubwa na ufadhili unaofaa na benki ya Cooperative. Kumaanisha hivi, wewe kama mkulima utapata utaalamu mkubwa kabisa kutokana na wale walimu ambao watakuja katika shamba lako wa kufunza wewe, tunaoita agronomist katika lugha ya Kiingereza. Vile vile kupitia shirika hili ama benki ya Cooperative, basi utapata nafasi ya kujengewa kile tunaita tope chujio au biogas katika shamba lako, na vile vile kufanikisha kikubwa sana kile tunaita milk chillers, na kubwa zaidi tunakuhitaji wewe uingie katika mashirika ya wakulima. Hivi basi wewe ukipata nafasi ya kujiunga na wengine, tafuta watu 9, wewe ukiwa wa 10, na itakuwa raha zaidi kabisa ufanikisho shughuli zako kule shambani. Sanya samadi ya ng'ombe, na baadaye utatumia kule shambani kufanikisha shughuli zako za upishi na kuhakikisha kwamba unatumia kwa kile tunaita tope chujio au biogas. Vile vile ukisema milk chillers, inamaanisha kwamba unahitaji sana uhifadhi wa maziwa katika shamba lako. Umejaliwa ng'ombe takriban 30 na unakama maziwa labda kwenda kwa lita, kila ng'ombe ni 40, basi utapeleka wapi? Itakufaa wewe uingie katika mashirika ya wakulima ufanikishe hilo, na itakuwa raha zaidi kwako. Kipindi hiki kinapewa udhamini mkubwa kabisa na benki ya Cooperative. Kushwari, bado unapitia SMS?
Yeah, I'm looking at some of the feedback that we have coming in on the program as we wind up.
Kuna smile kubwa sana umepiga tabasamu. Nani amekusalimu wewe?
Mimi? Mimi napenda tu kusmile. I'm a happy girl.
Unajua kwa arafa ya TV mara nyingi utapata watu wanakusalimu, kuchokoza.
And we appreciate that a lot. Yeah, we are seeing a lot of questions are coming in regarding matters pig farming. Not to worry, because that will be our agenda for the next few Wednesdays. There will be experts here who will be making sure that all your answers are given to you. All your questions are answered. All right, now we did have a farm joke question of the day. Lot tulikuwa tunawauliza, which kind of fish loves to go to war? All right, kuna hapa Amos Kamau from Subukia amesema submarine.
Okay.
Submarine fish ama submarine huko chini jwali. Aya, mwingine hapa Kipto amesema fish war. What is a fish war? Na mwingine hapa ni kama yeye na Kipto, they are reading from the same book, amesema lionfish. Kuna mwingine hapa anasema anaitwa nani, Musumba from Busia County, Budalangi, anasema catfish. All right? What's the answer? I know you know the answer.
Sasa kuna jamaa anaitwa Edgar mpiga picha, na vile Mike umesema yule samaki ambaye ana mshale mdomoni.
Yes.
Tunaita
swordfish. That's the answer. But a lot of people actually did get the answer correct. Please, next time when you send us your answers, please write your name and also where you are watching from, so that it's easy to, to say hi to you and even read your feedback, because we like to do that here on the program. The number to SMS us on is 22422. Ukitutumia message ama swali yoyote, please write your name, tell us where you're watching us from, and we will be more than happy to read your feedback here on the program. Now we have to love and leave you right now, lakini niwakumbushe leo ni Wednesday, so tukuna ile X space. All right, so we are meeting together on X, and today the topic is on onion seedlings. Nasikia wakulima wamekuwa wakiuziwa very poor quality seedlings ya vitunguu. Unataka kupanda
lakini unakutana na vituko,
yes, unachezwa mchezo wa town. Okay. All right, so tonight we will be on our X. We are on Citizen TV Kenya. Just go on our X page on X and then tap in. You will be a listener there. We have farmers who are there. We have propagators who will be speaking to us. We do want to make sure that our conversation is not only on air, but also on the digital spaces. So tukutane pale tuongee masuala ya kitunguu, au sio?
Na bila shaka ingia katika kiamba cha The Expresses na utapata nafasi kubwa sana ya kuzungumza na sisi kupitia hivyo. Ni semeje sasa, salia na Mwenyezi Mungu, kumbuka tatimiza ndoto, tutafaulu sana. Jina langu ni Emmanuel Terera.
All right, thank you so much for watching, and happy International Coffee Day. But we will pick up that conversation tomorrow, because we do address coffee on Thursdays. Until then, have yourselves a fantastic evening. My name is Violeta Ngina.